Alrighty, so as you guys probably know by now, last week we hosted the second qualifier for the Fortnite Creative World Cup, and today we're going to be announcing the winners of the top 10 fastest times because we added a separate prize pool later on for people who placed 4th to 10th to add some extra incentive. That, of course, is going to be paid out by myself, and the top 3 positions, of course, going to the Creative Fortnite World Cup. But first things first, I want to thank all of the players out there who played the map themselves and had a fun time playing it. On top of that, it was really awesome watching you guys, live stream your speed runs, live stream yourself playing it on Twitch. It was really, really cool. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody out there who played it. If you guys haven't played the map for yourself, the code is still live. This is the active code you guys can use, and maybe you might want to play it for yourself. It's a nice little puzzle map. You've got to think creatively on how to complete each rooms. And speaking of which, all 10 of our finalists, you guys want to check out their runs down below because they found some insanely creative shortcuts for this map. It was honestly insane. The top times were a mixture of creativity and shortcuts and efficiency in pulling them off consecutively to try and see who got the fastest run. So let's jump into some of our finalist runs. Start things off in the 10th position. We got It's Hex taking home $250 with a 727 run. Which is very awesome. That was the cutting point for a prize. And then next up in 9th, we had Veins 130, who had a 726, just narrowly beating It's Hex. And then moving up to the next prize bracket of $500, 8th to 6th place. Starting it up with, I think, Munchkin is how you're going to pronounce that. Got a 721. And then number 7 got Nikolai J1705, who got a 720.6. And the awesome thing about number 7 is that he is actually a console player. So that was really awesome to see a console player plays pretty high because some of the strafe jumps and dropping items in between some of the phases was kind of hard. So that's really awesome to see. And then at number 6, narrowly beating Nico was NGU Old, who got a 720.2. Well done, guys. But as you're about to see, the top 5 was a different level of competition. So once you break it into the top 5, you're really talking about efficiency maximum. Like, these guys were super efficient with their runs. 4th and 5th place, respectively, take home $1,500. This was something I added. I wanted to make sure that the sting of coming 4th and just out of a world qualifying spot had some prize remedy, because that would be painful. So starting things off with 5th is Darrow, who pulled a 714. 6 seconds faster than the 6th time. And I do know he was grinding since day one because as soon as the map went live, he was like one of the first people to start streaming it. So really awesome to see that. Put in some work. Took home $1,500 just out of qualifying. Alrighty, now coming down to the final 4, it's really tricky. As you guys know, the fastest 3 times get to go on to participate in the Fortnite World Cup. Take home $5,000 off the top already just for qualifying. Free travel and accommodation in New York, the whole 9. It's been interesting. Now, initially we were basing off the results of the in-game timer and what it would show up when you collected the coin. Now, upon further review and confirmation from Epic, the timer in-game isn't always consistent and can sometimes be a second slower or a second faster. Epic is aware of it and hopefully they'll be able to fix it in the future. But as such, we'd have to validate the at least top 3 times via video time code reference. And it's super interesting because it mixes up our results quite a bit. Now, with that being said, we've gotten the top 4 submissions, put them next to each other, synced them up perfectly with a time code. And with this reviewed, with the most accurate results, in number 4, we have Moomount 8, and only just narrowly coming 3rd to MYSB. And then 2nd is actually gonna be Clitax, who we thought had the world record, but upon further review, it was actually Sandy that got the world record. Now, obviously, for the purpose of the competition, it's the top 3 going on to the New York, so we wanted to make sure that was a thing. And it's pretty clear upon review that those were the top 3 positions. So congratulations to MSYB, Clitax, or Slytax, don't know how you pronounce it, and Sandy. So pack your bags, guys. You're going to New York. Moomount 8, super unfortunate there. It's just so close. One more efficient movement could have been the difference, but hopefully the 1,500 takes a little away from the sting. There's of course going to be way more opportunities to qualify for the Fortnite Creative World Cup, so hopefully wish you all the best in the future. But for everyone that qualified on my team, well done. So considering Sandy got the world record time according to the VOD review, I thought we'd go ahead and watch the run to see all of the shortcuts and efficient movements that they did to try and actually make the world record. So the first thing I want to mention right now is you'll see they'll actually try to set up the doors and glide out. Now you'll save like a couple seconds doing that. It's kind of hard to pull off. I tried it myself. And you'll see you actually jump to the turret there. That is another shortcut that if you actually, in another run before it, set up the turret much like the doors and hit reset, you could actually use it to get up and shoot the target without doing the parkour. We allowed that one because it was actually pretty interesting. That bouncer there, I know, killed a lot of speedrunners, the ATK. It was very troublesome for a lot of people. Now, with the second level here, you'll see there's chiller grenades, and a lot of runners... Yeah, see, actually, I didn't realize. Sandy didn't actually use these snow grenades in the later levels. A lot of the other players in the second and third positions actually took the snow grenades to skip or shortcut other puzzles later on. But most of these pads right here actually reset your inventory, so you lose a little bit of time dropping and picking them back up if you do that method. Like I said, the top 3 runs have very different methods of completing each room. This one, however, was very common. People would use the hoverboard to go straight to the thing and destroy it. That was on everyone's run. And jumping, oh, you missed the hole there. That's like half a second. And honestly, that's the difference between first and fourth right now, I swear. This trick here is called Spider-Man. That's what people were calling it. And pretty much with that, you didn't have to use the second hamster ball. You could just actually get it straight away with the boost and using it backwards. Pretty interesting. So you can see he's actually waiting for the ice to break off his feet so that he can go off the back here and line it up perfectly. I know this level gave a lot of players a bit of trouble, but Sandy's done all right here. All right, so the next little shortcut, it's not a lot, but you see they'll get on the left pole there and jump up there. That way they don't have to go all the way around. Now, it's interesting because there's a shortcut I know of that Sandy didn't use here. You can actually skip getting these grenades, but this skip, like, there were so many skips and shortcuts that a lot of people didn't know about because all the world record holders wanted to hold onto them themselves, which is fair game because they found it. But you could actually jump from the top of this ship down below on the net and you would skip the whole barrier box. A few people in the other runs, I think, did it. But Sandy seems to manage done just fine doing it the normal way. So, oh, cuts it close. Now, this was interesting. I never saw many of these. You'll see she'll get on the pole. She actually messed it up the first time. And the second time. This is time. You know what I mean? Like, that was a couple seconds. This is not a perfect run. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just saying there was room for improvement. And you'll see she'll grab the coin, hit respawn straight away. That's just going to save her a little bit of time and getting straight back up. I just noticed that she put on auto run so that she could go and actually hit respawn as soon as the auto run did it. That's interesting. And this one was always tricky. I didn't actually remember. Did she get this? Did they get it first go? Yeah, I got it first go. That one gave the runners a bit of trouble. So she's actually going to keep the grenades here. Again, it's a female skin. I'm saying she because it's a female skin, right? It's probably not a female. Nice cannon movements. Some people actually shot it first. Nope, we're not going to be doing that. Yeah, I think she's going for the, 2 and 1. All right, yeah, that was very hard to pull off for a lot of people. And then this one was where you got it all the way to the side and just shot it up. You could actually do it from where the cannon spawns, but it was a very small angle. And it would only save like a second or two. All right, then moving on, she's going to throw the grenade, which is going to explode the ATK and get it going on the run, so you don't have to go to the turret. It's a few second saves there, and that's from keeping the grenades from the earlier levels. All right, backing it out. So this shortcut right here, we put in, me, Dolphin, and Andrew, or at least Andrew and Dolphin put it in, showed me later. So this shortcut right here was put in, and we didn't think anyone was going to find it, but you guys found it within 3 days. So, yeah. I don't know. We thought no one was going to find it, but then you guys found it. It just allowed you to skip one of the puzzles. So this was interesting. Not a lot of people did this. They used the grenades to skip the whole ATK part to get the speed boost. Some other players used the chiller grenades from earlier levels to skip this part, but this was the most efficient run, using the grenades, apparently. I still think in combination with other shortcuts, this could have been a shorter run. We're going to jump right over the barrier so it doesn't reset her grenades. Oh, this plank over here gave people so much trouble. Yeah, oh, run nearly thrown away right there. All right, and they're actually going to go for the door. I don't really know why that's... I don't know if that's that much faster, but yeah. And a tire bouncing. Ooh. Oh, just trying to make sure they're not losing nades. All right. Still got the speed boost. And then here they're actually going to use the grenades to actually get the ATK off. Normally you have to get the chillers. And she's actually going to throw a couple there. You see she damaged it a little bit. That's to shorten the amount of time that she has to actually remove all of its health to make it jump up. Gets it down to 100. Throws the last nade down. Probably didn't need to pickaxe it. Doesn't have to go all the way around. Skips the chill. If you hit that chill with your feet, you're in trouble. And then normally the way to do this level is you're ready to get the chillers, get the jetpack, break the thing, and then go down. But a lot of people found out a couple days after you could just go down the side. We did not intend for that to be a thing, but it ended up being a thing. And, well, yeah, that's history. But yeah, just wrapping things up there. I really want to thank everybody out there who participated. This was really fun watching all the runs come through, seeing how you guys interpreted the map and try to find as many shortcuts as possible. It was just really awesome to see. Of course, on top of that, a big thank you once again to Word Andrew and Dolphin Dom, always on call if we needed to fix a bug or fix a exploit. They're always there ready to help out. Once again, if you want to check out their channel, their links are going to be in the description. All the runners and their times are going to be linked in the description as well, including our finalists. I heavily suggest you watch it all for what it is, because it's super just interesting to watch to see how they cut time. And these guys grinded for a week straight, and I think they deserve your follow, subscription, whatever it is. And last but not least, a big thank you for Epic for selecting me as a captain and putting this on for you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun in New York, playing the Creative World Cup and see what they got for us. And hopefully with my team of speedrunners, we can adapt and find shortcuts and get good times. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys went on to enjoy. And yeah, make sure to check out the times if you want to see how they did it. I'll catch you guys next time. Later, guys.